Yeah.
So building our protection before starting our investment journey or wealth creation journey is very important. So many a times we just feel, okay, I'm getting this income, so let me just invest it so that my money gets multiplied. But there are some rules. We need to first put our foundation right. Like जैसे कि हम घर बनाते हैं तो at the time first we need to work on the foundation. हम सीधी दीवार नहीं खड़ी करते हैं. So we need to work step by step, like, and this building our protection is like building the foundation of our house. Okay, so here we are building the foundation of our finances, so that if anything happens in future, our our base is strong. We are not shaken by the turbulence that are happening in the life. So building our or guarding ourselves before creating wealth is very very important. I hope you got it.
Yes.
So first thing that comes when we talk about building the protection is the emergency fund. What is an emergency fund and what is emergency? Emergency is a situation that is not planned. Like in the finances, what we see ki we will plan for our child's education, for marriage, for this and that thing, for our house, for car. But there are some unplanned expenses as well that may come in the future. Like you may lose your job in the future. Your husband may lose the job. There could be some medical emergency. There could be some medical emergency with the parents. There are some unexpected things that may come up. So we need to plan for those things, because if we don't plan, so when the situations come, we are already in this mental state, we are not good, and then suddenly financially also we will be drained out. So we have to like broke the investments. So building emergency fund is very very important if we want to stabilize our journey. The first thing is, before even investing in let's say our financial freedom and all those things, first we need to build our emergency fund. This is like a cushion if any shock comes, so we are having some financial cushion to absorb that shock. It provides us financial stability. And how much it should be? General rule is a 6 month of our daily expenses and EMIs, whatever loan EMIs are there. So at least for 6 months we should provide for it. And here are some more things that I have figured out. And I would also be sharing one book with you that is by Monica Hannan. So from there only I have taken these points, and I will share the book. If you get the time, it will be good. You can go through that book. It's really good and very simple language. You will be easily be able to understand. Or if anything you are not able to understand, you can come and you can ask the questions. I'm here to anyway answer. So if you are doing okay in emergency fund, if you are having 6 months of living cost in an emergency fund. Second rule is, if you are a double income family, like your husband is also working, you are also working, and you are having no dependent parents, so then only 3 months of living expenses are fine for you. Third, if you are a single income home, like only your husband is working or only you are working, but you are having dependent parents, then you need to have 1 year's living cost in emergency fund. So here living cost does not include our leisure activities like vacation and all, only the necessary living cost that we will be requiring if some emergency happen. So only all those things we will be counting here, and it should be 1 year's expenses. And fourth thing, your emergency fund sits in ultra short term or conservative hybrid mutual funds. So it means like we, or even FD also works for that matter. So we don't invest our emergency fund thing in like real estate. So where we can't even sell the investments that we are having. So we can't consider if we are having one property, okay, this is my emergency fund. Because when emergency will come, you won't be able to liquidate it. आप उसमें से पैसा नहीं निकाल पाओगे. तो इमरजेंसी फंड आपका ऐसा होना चाहिए जो आप लिक्विडेट कर सको. एफडी इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द गुड वे. Then mutual fund, you can save some taxes through debt or conservative hybrid or balanced mutual fund that I will be covering in the mentorship later. So these are also good ways you can put your emergency fund in. Is it clear till now?
Yes, Shweta.
And then this is the one thing, emergency fund, and there are something that we can transfer the risk to the insurance company. So when we talk about the insurance, that is basically transferring our risk. Like when we are having home insurance, that means for whatever reason, if our home gets, because of the flood, because of the earthquake, get destroyed, or because of fire or anything, the insurance company will pay. So that is called the property insurance. Similarly, car insurance. So third party insurance is like compulsory, you have to do it. But even normal car insurance is also important. If anyone runs over your car or anything happens, so you have that, you are basically transferring your risk to insurer. If any event happen, the insurer will pay to you. And there are important insurance like life insurance. Life insurance is providing financial protection for your loved ones in case you are not here. In India, it's mostly like male who are earning and they want to provide for their dependent spouse and kids. So this is kind of a safety thing that they want to leave for the kids and their spouse. And then there is health insurance. And now the health care expenses are at another level. And also you need to really have one health insurance of your own. So actually whenever you are having this health situation, you won't be getting the insurance. So health insurance is something that you need to take when you are healthy. And this is actually small price that you need to pay, so that you don't you have that security and safety in your mind. So I will be covering this in more detail in the next slides. So there are actually two types of life insurance. One is term life insurance, that is pure life insurance, and another one is whole life insurance, just like LIC policies, where a part of your premium goes to pure life insurance and another part goes in invest. In India, most of the people does whole life insurance, but now the trend is shifting. People mostly in metros, they are doing term life insurance. And I also personally feel we should not mix investment with insurance. When you are talking about insurance, you just think of the price that you are paying for something, okay, for that fear or for that thing. Like suppose if you are not here, your husband is not here, or there are so many things financially you need to take care. So term insurance will take care of that thing. And this is also a big amount. Like if you are going with life insurance or let's say LIC, so for 50,000 of a premium, you will be just getting 10 times, like 5 lakh of sum assured. Okay. But if you are going with the term life insurance with 10,000, you can get easily 50 lakh of insurance. So in that case, 5 lakh insurance is not at all sufficient, I feel. And basically they are also getting it by investing something in term insurance, and then remaining part they invest in the uh, investments. But there you get very poor returns, like many policies. And actually I have also become LIC agent, and now I see so many policies are like giving 2 3 4% return. They are really bad. But yeah, 2 3 policies are really good, but not you can't compare with mutual fund. But yeah, some policies like LIC Utsav, LIC Jeevan Umang, LIC Akshaya, these are good policies, but the return is low. But if you can invest in term insurance policy, that is the best solution. And you need to work on the mindset ki insurance is different. That is for removing the tension, and that is the bigger thing you are providing for your loved ones. And then investment is separate. So do insurance and investment separately. But if you are someone who can't start or who can't do, so but start doing something. But as a CFP, if you come to me, I would just advise go for term insurance. Don't mix your investment and insurance. And actually, when you mix both the things, you are not getting enough insurance also, and you are not getting better returns also. So there is no benefit. So coming to health insurance, now every one of us have experienced or have seen the person. And now in the metropolitan city, like now I'm in Bangalore, the costs are like so high for anything. Like for our maternity also, we paid more than 1 lakh here. And in my hometown, it is just 25,000 or 30,000 for the same thing. But yeah, experience also is different. Here they are having the big hospital, the service is better and everything is there. But we don't get all those options here in private or the big hospitals. Only in the government hospitals you can get those options. So health insurance, when you're looking at health insurance, you need to have the comprehensive coverage. And comprehensive coverage means generally if you're buying health insurance, it will not come with the terminal illness or critical illness, long-term care. There are some different riders that you can choose so that you can combine it and it becomes comprehensive. Critical illness is like cancer and some liver and heart disease, so many things, you can Google it. So those disease are generally that are not covered in this basic health insurance plan, you can add on the rider. And riders are like 400, 500 rupees per annum extra, and then they give you this benefit. So it's really good to add these riders in your policy, and then have a family floater. So you can have like per person, I feel 3 lakh is good amount. So if you are a family of 4, so you can have 10 to 12 lakh of insurance, health insurance. And you can check this Ditto and Policy Bazaar to compare the things, to compare the policy. And yes, if you don't want to discover you have the wrong policy when you reach the hospital, and it's very difficult to negotiate, buying a medical cover is crucial to the health of your money box. This is very crucial, and you can't ignore it. And even for your parents also, it's very important. If you are working, just add them in your, at least in office insurance. Many a times insurance company, they don't want to cover the old age persons, because now the risk of getting ill is very much more there, and they don't want to do that. So it's you have to take the insurance when you are fit and fine and not having anything. And for your parents, I would suggest, if they are not insured, you can add them in your office insurance. So group insurance, there is an option, you can add your parents there. So you can check there. Is it clear till now?
Yes, Shweta.
So in health insurance, there are a lot many things. There are so many insurers, so many things, and so many insurance companies just trying to fool people, and they have so many clauses and all. So it's very, very difficult to find a good insurance policy. So sometimes they put this co-payment clause. So you really have to avoid this co-payment clause. Co-payment clause is like, suppose it's 20/80 co-payment clause. So whatever bill come, the 20% every time you have to pay. 80% only insurance company will pay. So you have to see if there is co-payment clause, so don't take that policy. Second is, if there is any room rent cap, so that is not good policy. And some policies have this sub limit, like you can just have double occupancy room, and you can just have room till 4,000 of the 4,000 per day rent is there. And what happened, it is not just the room rent, it is overall expenses they give as proportion. So let's say if they have allowed you, let's say 5,000 rupees per day of a room as a room rent limit. But suppose in Delhi or some like Bangalore, like a city, if you are going and you want some deluxe or just a good treatment, and there you find the cost is 10,000. So then overall expenses, whatever the expenses are, only 50% of those expenses you will be getting. It is not just the room rent. Every expenses will be proportionate as per the room rent. So this is also very important thing to look in. And we have to check if your policy is allowing pre or post hospitalization cover. So last time, like my mother-in-law had this knee replacement surgery. So pre, like you need to have this uh, these scans and all, and after surgery also you need to have the physio and all. So everything was covered in the policy. So you need to check in your policy if pre and post hospitalizations are covered or not. And also you need to check the no claim bonuses. Now many health insurance policy, this good thing they have started, like for 2-3 years you are not claiming, so every year they will increase the amount. Some companies, even HDFC, many policies are increasing the amount by 100%. So 1 year you have not increased or you have not claimed anything, to your like you are having 5 lakh of insurance, your insurance will double. It will become 10 lakh. But there is some upper limit. They have like 40 lakh, 50 lakh. So till 4 times 4x or 5x it can go. But that is also good option. Like let's say if your base policy is 10 lakh, in like 4 years, if you have not claimed, it will go till 50 lakh. So as our age is like getting more and more, so we will be needing more coverage. So yes, you can check it. And if you're planning for kid, check maternity cover if they are covering. Actually, very few plans cover the maternity. So you need to check this as well. And you have to see this claim settlement ratio. This is very important, and it should be more than 90%. This is the ratio when insurance claim comes to the company, how they are settling the claim. So many times we just see okay, Star Health Insurance, they are giving in the less price. This insurance, this is giving in the less price. So don't look at the price, compare from this settlement. Now you need to have the cheap policy, but with the cheap policy, you need to see these options. You have to not look at the cheapest option. You have to look for the cheapest cost effective option that is having all the things that you want. And look for the amount settlement ratio also, because many a times what these companies do, they don't want to lessen their settlement ratio. So they will settle your claim, but they will give less amount. So you have to see, if let's say a company is having 90% claim settlement and their amount settlement is just 50%, they are also not good. So you need to see their amount settlement is also more than 85%. So whatever amount you are claiming, they are giving at least 85% of it. And then there are restoration benefit. So many policies now, like in 1 year, like you are having 5 lakh of insurance, and if you have consumed this in 1 year, so automatically your policy will get restored. So these are the 8 basic things you need to look in the plan, and you can go and check if you are having health insurance and not having to. Please take the advice and search on your own. And any help you need, you can ask me. And how to know if your health insurance is good or you are doing okay in this insurance part. So you have to see, like, along with your work cover, you have your own family floater plan. If you are having that, then you are doing okay. If not, then you need to really take one policy. If you live in a small town India, then you can have a family floater between 3 to 7 lakhs. These are the thumb rules that I am telling here. If you live in the large metros and want the 5-star hospital treatment, then have minimum 15 lakh of family floaters. Or if you are over 60 years, then have a super top up or top up plan to bump up your basic cover. And here is one of the also important thing that I want to discuss today. Many a times our husband take the policy and they are having those things in place, but they don't tell us or we don't ask them. So it is important, if you are having the policy, you really need to note it down in some important place. And today actually I was just reading the book, and then there was just beautiful paragraph there, and she was just addressing the man, just close your eyes and see if you are disappearing from here, how your family is here. So then that person was like, um very matlab, seeing all the chaos emotional was one part, and then another part, how her family will be handling the finances. He has not told the password of the bank. He has not told where the policies or important documents are kept. So how you will be going to benefit from it. So you really need to see, like, if your husband has taken the policy for your family's protection, for your protection, you really need to have the details of it, because most of the people in India are not working with advisors. And this is also one of the biggest reason we should work with advisor, because they know the everything, and when something unfortunate happens, they are there to help you. But now you are learning and growing, so I request each one of you to really have the details. Don't feel bad. I know this is one of the difficult part. Even though I was learning, doing all these things, for me also, asking about the term insurance policy that my husband has taken. First, so he didn't tell me for 2 years. After 2 years, he told me, but I didn't had the courage, or I didn't feel good about asking about what is the policy and where it is, was a number and all. So I really didn't know for the longest time. Last year only I got the courage and I asked him. Now I have the details. So it's important that you get the details, because this is for, they are doing this for us only. So it's our duty that we should at least know. Nobody wants the bad thing to happen to them, but just know everything, because this is life. We don't know what is gonna happen tomorrow. And they are also aware. That's why they have taken the insurance and working all these things. And just because of our ignorance, most of the women, we just don't want to talk about it and don't want to know about it. So it's a very humble request from my side, so please do talk and just get the details. It's nothing like you are wishing anything. It's just like, जैसे कई बार होता है ना कि हम डॉक्टर के पास चले जाते हैं, हमारी बीमारी ऐसे ही खत्म हो जाती है, तो यू जस्ट हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ अ फीलिंग कि ओके, आई एम जस्ट गेटिंग इट, सो दैट नथिंग कम्स इन माय माइंड कि व्हाट विल हैपन. ओके. And second most important thing, कि have you learned how to manage your money in case of any emergency? most of women, I feel, we just go with that thing. My husband is here to manage the money. But if something happens, you are already emotionally so charged up, you are not able to manage your life, and then how will you learn to manage your finance? So before any emergency, I request to you to learn at least some basic thing how to manage the finance. Learn about the bank, about your passwords, checking the bank statement, checking all these investments and all. Just have at least the basic knowledge. Ask your husband, sit with them, and just have just get to know how to do all these things. So this is all for today's session. I hope it was useful. Would you like to ask anything, Rupal?
Yes, Shweta, this is a good session. And nothing much. Uh, I just want to ask about that family plotter
Okay.
again.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, there are two types of insurance. Like one is individual policy, like you are taking for your own, and then there is family floater. You are taking for the family. So whenever you are buying health insurance, there will be two options: individual policy or a family floater policy. So in family floater, let's say you have taken 5 lakh of insurance. So in individual policy, if you have taken in your name, so that will be covering only you with the 5 lakh amount. If you have taken 5 lakh family floater, that means anyone in your family, like let's say you, your husband, your kids, if you have taken the family floater, so 5 lakh same amount only will be bucketed for the family. So if anything happens to any of the person, so they can use the amount. If it is individual policy, then only you, matlab, the person who has taken can use the money. If it is family floater, then anyone in the family can use the amount. So it's always best to have this family floater.
Okay, this is a new thing for me, family floater. I was not aware about that.
Okay.
So I think this would be more useful for us.
Yes.
Okay. And one more thing is what is the use of personal health insurance
Well, if
regarding
you are having your
women?
companies and your personal, right? That's what you want to ask.
Sorry?
You want to ask like you are having your own you are having companies insurance, and then why should you have your own, right?
Yes.
So there are actually many reasons. First reason, you are not sure कि till when you will be working in the company. So you may be laid off any day. You don't know. Okay. You can see so many cases are happening. People are getting transferred, laid off. So, and health insurance is one thing that you won't get when you are sick or when you needed it most. If you had developed any kind of a disease, you won't be getting health insurance. Even if you are getting, there will be waiting period of 3 to 4 years. Okay, first reason is this. Second reason is like you won't be working, let's say, for whole your life. Let's say you will be retiring from the company, let's say at 60 year. Okay. And those after retirement years are the most critical year where you need your health insurance. If let's say at 60, most of the people, most of the people, if you see statistics, have either sugar, diabetes, or let's say BP or any other kind of a problem. So then insurance company generally avoid giving insurance to old age people. You won't be having the insurance then. So this is best if you are having from now. So now also you are having one additional layer of protection and it will go on. Is it clear? Are you there, Rupal?